Please make me host like I'm not having sharing rights. Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone can see my screen. So yeah, as like just would have given some brief on this. What is the solution that has been developed here? So we are looking how to protect the workplace once the employees return back, and especially I think because we are in some various different zones. Uh, some places are open already, some places are still thinking, some are planning. So any given time, this solution is very relevant to what they are seeing today, right? And here we are looking at the reason why now this solution we are talking. Very clearly, it is a need of the hour, and there are many different tools that has been used. For example, disinfecting, trying to make people aware of what is COVID-19, why they should follow certain guidelines. Similarly, this is one of the very critical tool. Any enterprise can use it and deploy it. And how important is this? Because of the policies that governments are announcing. In some countries, it is becoming mandate. Some countries, even there is penalties. For example, in India, there's punishments also. So there are various kind of restrictions are coming across, and henceforth this becomes very important for public sectors and private sectors, right? Now, secondly, why is this challenge so critical? Because all this workforce, everyone in this call and me, we are not used to this kind of new normal, right? Which is kind of very disturbing. But however, this is the way it has to be for some time, or it is for some time. Now, how do we ensure these people are following or managing it? The one more advantage here is most of these corporates we are talking about, or areas, spaces, or public spaces, they have cameras. Now, so far, cameras has always been seen as tool for recording the incident, to prove something wrong or something right for people, but it's never seen as a proactive tool that can make many more things than just being a camera that is just installed in the corner of the roof to just do what it is doing from ages. Now today we are saying we can add intelligence to that camera. Now the video analytics, which has been there for eras, it has become now much more matured. It's becoming a very powerful tool for many reasons. As you know, during COVID-19 also, it was very supportive in detecting scans. Similarly, we are also using this solution from years now. How the same technology can be used in analyzing the real-time videos. Now, the other pattern which is also seen is people are looking at, okay, how can I be more go into touchless mode, right? Be it using more sensors. One of the example I've given is the face recognition. How someone can avoid as much as this access controls, opening it to make it automatic, completely touchless, right? So that is already come into the minds of people, because earlier when we used to talk about face recognition, there was, they think it's a fancy thing. Okay, yes, it is interesting, it is good, but yet I'm not so keen to do it. But now the market has opened up. Now they see that yes, we need something like sort of this kind of things. Of course, limiting, barring Europe for now. They're still in big discussion of GDPR and all. And also, most importantly, contactless, right? What I mean by contactless is technology should be very flexible. It cannot be like rigid, embedded. I think gone are the times. Like for example, when you used to buy a normal feature phone, it has nothing more than what it is given to you, right? But after smartphone came, everything seems like you can add, delete, do whatever you want. Same thing we are looking in the video side also. They want to make the cameras more smart, intelligent, but at the same time it has to be flexible by using solutions like cloud. For others, yes, it is there already for many people, but video side, I mean especially video analytics side, it is only awakening to people now, right? It is saying that I am there, I can use in cloud. So this is becoming a very interesting thing. Now, when we talk about it, many countries have different guidelines. For example, in Dubai, there is like AED 1000, AED for not wearing mask. not, and especially not maintaining kids. If the kids are unsupervised by any adult, then it is a chance of penalty. Or parking a car for more than 3 hours in the malls, it's again a penalty. So there are multiple types of guidelines have been integrated, right? Now, if you see point number 4, even today, right? Like for example, because today we are in a problem with a global problem, right? I can take any city's example. If we take in Bangalore, where we opened up, right? We said that okay, we are open for it, but all of a sudden they're recognizing that it's not that easy, because they're finding people are again back to the crowd. They're just not following anything. Now the problem is, when we see all this, the guidelines are becoming changing, right? They say that initially they said okay, maintain 2 feet distance. Mask was not so mandate, but immediately government said no, make the mask mandate when they come out. Now when these things are happening, of course you need a software. You cannot have a hardware. I cannot say I installed one camera which can only detect the mask. Now tomorrow the government says no, you don't should not wear this mask, it has created something. You cannot remove the camera. That is exactly what we are saying. Adding a software in the cloud and enabling these cameras to be smart is the best way forward. Now, the way solution is developed is in 3 different fronts, right? One, the customer might say that, okay, I don't want to send my video feeds to the cloud. I have very small setup, maybe 20 camera setup, 15 camera setup. Then we can provide a edge box. Another important point of this edge box is it doesn't have to be changed or integrated into your cameras or your DVRs. Everything is there as it is. This box sits on the LAN, takes the video feeds and makes analysis in real time. As I said, the solution here is to add intelligence to your existing CCTV. You're not asking them to change any CCTV. It can be IP, it can be analog, it can be Wi-Fi camera. Any type of brands, doesn't matter to us, unless until it is following the ONIF protocol. If not, we have to talk to the camera company to get that RTSP link. Now, the second scenario is large enterprises, where they might say that, okay, I have a large oil and gas plant. I don't know, I cannot send all the videos to the cloud. I might use a server. Yes, we also have an option for server. So lastly, cloud, I think, which is where it's becoming more and more interesting for a lot of customers, corporates, banks, retails. It can be anybody. They can say, I want to go for cloud. There's no point of any investment for them. So that's actually is the most important thing. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody in UK. They're very outright clear. If the solutions are good and if the cost is not a concern, we'll go for it. If not, they have to think. Even though the solution is fantastic, it is extremely well, but still, if there is a heavy investment upfront, they think about it. That is where cloud really plays a very good role. And if some companies have already got their servers which can be reused, yes, that is also possible. We can do that. So they still have a zero investment and the software can come as a subscription, completely on the subscription mode. Now, the guidelines, again, differs from country to country. It is not same, but yes, of course, WHO says similarly to follow in most of the countries, but each country is doing its own research to make more understanding towards this COVID-19. Now, seeing to the right side, keeping that in mind, we develop number of features that can address the need. Temperature screening. Of course, temperature screening needs a thermal camera. I'll come to that when I'm explaining the next slide. Human intrusion is one which was very critical because during the lockdown, there was a lot of events in banks and in corporates where people were concerned. But when we coming back to life, making things working, so social distancing is one of the critical requirement where we detect social distancing, where we detect no mask when the person is not wearing a mask, group detection, or large gathering. These are all the guidelines that corporates has to follow now, right? The compliance has to be followed. Now, also it is important that where and which place we need to be deploying this kind of features, right? So flexibility is needed. Now, when it comes to this solution, there are two ways, right? One is a cloud and one is on-premise, which I mentioned to you. On-premise, which we have showed here, you can see in this particular place, we have set up a small box. The camera feeds are going to send to DVR or to the router, wherever it is, to the connection. We take this same video feeds into this box, right? Or if it is a cloud, into the cloud. Now, anything comes in, then you have options to enable this, which will show in the demo how we can enable there is a configuration tool in this dashboard which will show you how we add a camera, how we enable these features. And every time we enable this feature, this camera, whichever you're selecting, is now no more a normal camera. It has become a smart camera, which is following the new rules of the requirement. But however, this camera video feed will go to DVR. There's a normal recording. Everything is normal. There's no change in whatsoever in the software or in the camera hardware. Now, only in case of the cloud, we might have to take up additional stream in the DVR or NVR. There's a secondary stream where we reduce the resolution, send it to the cloud, and make the analytics, complete analytics on the cloud. Now that's two things. Now any such thing happens, let's say you detect a person having a temperature or not maintaining social distance continuously, then there is a triggers that will be done like 6 different ways. One is call, one is SMS, email with an incident image, visual alert, or audio alert, or a dashboard. Now this is primary coming from our previous deployments like we did for banks, where there is a security is very high. They want to get instant calls. There was a campus surveillance which we did in one of the place in India, where they want to get instant alerts, calls. But in the COVID-19, it's not about getting calls. It's more about getting information in a right place, something like dashboard, which we're going to show that also. Now the thermal camera is the only thing which has to be added on the field, and we will be adding those thermal camera detections also into the dashboard. Now, why is it so important? Why not I just use a thermal camera? Why do I need this dashboard also? Because all these alerts, whatever you get, it will be fed into a particular box. You don't have any information, but here we are fetching all the information coming from those cameras and displaying in a place where you can see that, okay, in this campus, these places, I'm seeing a lot of people coming with, bit of higher temperature, bit of lower temperature, all these variants. So anything goes wrong, it also keeps an alert saying that, okay, this place, because we also add a predictive analytics in our dashboard, which says that, okay, there is a potential that this person might get a temperature, right? So this is how we can prevent before it happens, right? Now the idea of cloud and especially the SaaS, both because we are giving this software as SaaS, so there is no cost constraint to the customer to pay upfront for a long term. They can go for a SaaS. And if they say that I don't want anything on premises, yes, completely fine. We have a cloud solution. Now, this cloud solution provides you an opportunity to deploy in 24 hours based on how you enable your side of the camera by giving us a static IP or a VPN point-to-point contact where we can stream those videos into the cloud. No additional hardware, as I said. Then it's all done remotely. Then another interesting thing is pay as you go, right? Some are even thinking, okay, is really going to be the COVID be so big problem? Will it stay for more? Will it stay for some months? And should I go and invest for all? Yes, for those people, it's a pay as you go. So you can use as much as is needed, and you can. And interestingly, it is not only that. Tomorrow they can change the same system to something else. If they say that, okay, today I'm using for COVID-19, but tomorrow maybe I will use for security or additional safety, like maybe I want to check if my employees or have an issue like factories and big places, oil and gas plants. If somebody has fallen down, somebody has tripped, these are our biggest problems in the industry still going on, not just because of this, but even before. Now, when this solution gives an entry point to all of us, the same customers can say, okay, now this is good. I was able to make full use of it. Maybe I can make it much more useful for other requirements, right? So it's really opening your doors. They don't end up at this point. Now, this is the sample dashboard, but I would show you more interactive dashboard. Just to brief you, there are 4 different features in it. One is compliance understanding, how many events have happened, how many alerts it has been raised, then what is the pattern of alerts that has come out so far. And then if you want to deep dive, right, you can choose, like, for example, here, there is an area, okay, which area, what is happening. When you say that which area, what's happening, you can then go into an operational dashboard where you will see every bit, okay, this camera has raised this many alerts. So that means in the campus, area number 1 has the highest social distancing problem. Let us try to address it. Let the safety managers or the local managers go and address it quickly. Why is this so important today, right? I mean, why this dashboard? Why so much of information needed? because this is no more seen by just head of safety or a security. It has gone up to CXO levels. Everyone in the management in the company, they are looking at, okay, how can we make sure everything is working fine? Because nobody has still experienced the pain of what post COVID is, because we are all just opening the offices now. But for example, in Chennai, where they opened it, they found that as soon as they opened, they found 16 cases of COVID 19 inside the factory. They have to close down for a particularly 12 to 15 hours. But for us, when we were providing the solution to banks, because banks never closed down in India, for example. So even before that, also we gave them solution, because even banks were facing problem, because we were providing them surveillance security. But during COVID, they were also asked to close because they found some cases. That is where we started solving this problem for them, right? So there are different types of packages are there, like of course only security, AI security, or AI plus COVID-19, or all the three, AI plus COVID-19 plus thermal CCTV can be any cameras which can be integrated with our platform, assuming that APIs are given. Then we can give the dashboard with the thermal CCTV information also. Likewise, information about plans, different plans, how this works, and you can opt for even typical alert systems also if you want to have a speaker calls, and also it can act as a deterrent, right? If somebody says, you know what, it's a oil and gas or some big plant, I want some speaker to be announcing, and it finds something. Yes, we can send an alert to the speaker, because this is a platform. Therefore, we can integrate into IoT platform. If you have a SAP dashboard, we can integrate into SAP dashboard if the customers has, or if they have something else like BI, any dashboard, these alerts can go and get integrated. So I think this was a view of what solution is about. I will hand over to Nishant to show a live view of how these solutions work in a flow. Okay, when we enable it in the cloud, what is the journey of this particular solution? Nishant,
Yeah,
can
hello.
you?
Yeah, I think Rakesh, you have to give me
Yeah,
admin.
1 second. So I think now I bit. Where are you?
So, hello everyone. This is Nishant, and I will show you the how we can enable the feature in the existing camera setup. So imagine this is the camera. Once we get the camera, whatever camera is there, once we our team is going to talk to the people, and they will enable the port so that we can access the camera feed over the cloud. So once we access the camera feed over the cloud, this is the link which customer will be getting, and after opening this link, they can provision their camera for multiple features. So imagine this is the web page when this is a solution web page where you are going to edit the camera, and you can say that you can give the name of the camera. Okay, this is actually a home camera, and this is the camera feed you are going to put. This camera feed we have to enable your port so that we can access the feed over the cloud, and you can see you can assign the job to the camera. Okay, this camera, when you detect a mask face, then you send email on these email IDs, you send SMS on these numbers, and call, and whatever image you detected the feature, that particular image will be sent to the email, also on the WhatsApp number, and also whenever some event is happening on the mask face, that will be sending over the dashboard. So in case of dashboard, like Rakesh explained, you will be getting in the real time how many people has been mask face detected last 1 hour, or daily report. You can get it from the dashboard itself. So what is happening? I'm just going to enable these features. What I have done, I have given the no name of the camera, and I have enabled this mask face feature on this camera. And I will see once somebody is coming with a mask face, it should raise alert, and then it will be sending on the email. Currently, I have configured the email ID. So you can see this is the live camera which is situated in the Mumbai
Is
location.
this, I'm sorry to interrupt, but is this like an app or something?
This is the cloud instance. The cloud we have deployed our solution over the cloud.
Okay.
Whether this is not an app, is it this, what you're seeing right now is a dashboard. What you need to log on once you have implemented. This is how you access and you view it.
All right, got it. Thanks.
Continue, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Actually,
So it's a configuration tool, Ona, basically integrated with PeopleWood platform. When you see that,
Akshay, can you share your screen? Actually, my internet has gone. Can you just share your screen?
Can you give me the access?
Yeah. Suddenly,
so
my sorry for
these
the
are all. Meanwhile, just to yeah, meanwhile, just to give you a background, these are all the live demos. So Mumbai is in complete lockdown, and where we have enabled this one of the static IP. So the video streams are directly coming from a live place. This can be anything like office or any place. Just to give you, during this difficult time, we are giving you this kind of view where the live camera can be anywhere and the cloud is in different place, and we can access it and enable the features without going there.
Yeah, can I get the access?
Akshay, actually my things are getting back. Let me try again. Yeah, internet is getting back. Just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Go on, Nishan.
Yeah, yeah. So I think you have to accept me. I'm trying from different system. Like, can you allow me? I think I'm trying from, yeah. So, so like you are host, then you have to give me actually right actually. Like you are the host, can you give me the right? Okay. So yeah, so the question I just want to answer that this is the cloud instance which our solution is running on the cloud, and we are accessing the instance here with this link. Customer is going to get this link which can be where he can access this our server, and he can put his camera detail here, so that now whatever his camera which is going to be used for the recording purpose, now this camera is going to start detecting whether somebody is wearing mask or something. So I'm just going to enable this feature, mask face feature, as I explained you, and as soon as I'm done with it, so yeah. So here you can see that this is the camera, live camera from Mumbai location in India. now I will ask my Akshay to come with the mask face, and then it will raise alerts actually. So you can see as soon as it comes in front of the camera with the mask face detection, out of 100 camera, imagine you have added 100 camera of your system. Those particular cameras start flashing that mask is detected, and when you'll go to your email. Yeah. So you can see this is the email is triggered in the real time. As soon as it comes in front of the camera and the mask face is seen, it is sending that okay, Akshay home camera is detected, and it is sending you the time stamp and the image of that mask face. As soon as it also sends a event to the dashboard where the customer can see in the real time how many alerts has been raised, and also customer can uh, write down the detail of the camera. This camera belongs to which country, which state, which region. And it also dashboard also does the AI prediction. AI prediction what, because the dashboard is getting an event from our AI system, and based on the event it is received the recorded, it is going to predict next 3 months which area is going to be more violation or something like that. So this is how it is done. So once as soon as you enabling any feature here in this camera, this will start alerting to the dashboard server, email ID, WhatsApp, call, and SMS. So any question on this? Hello.
Continue. I think we will.
Yeah. So Rakesh, you can show the dashboard one, the real dashboard. Those things we can discuss how the alerts are receiving at the dashboard side and how we present it.
You will have to make him the host again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you made me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Rakesh.
1 second. Yeah. So I also have my one more colleague Ram Chandran also in the call. So I just share my screen. So I think everyone can see the screen. So this is the dashboard which you're talking, right? So there are 4 different screens for each one having different intent to support the end customer. Now, as you see there, it's capturing various alerts and violations, right? It's giving a clear indication of what's happening, how many alerts has been identified. Then in the other segment, it gives like which area of these incidents are happening, right? And when you click deep dive, you want to when you continue to see what's happening in each of it, it starts filling out the information, right? Where the incident is happening, where it's more, what is the pattern, what is the time that is it's happening, right? So every information is giving them to help them out how to address it, right? It's a very interactive dashboard where anyone can understand in matter of few seconds, right? So this is more of all the information coming from different cameras, which has been integrated to one single dashboard. For each customer, they will have their own login. Sorry, they'll have their own setup. Similarly, the second one is more of a compliance monitoring, right? Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. So once you see here, this is going to deep dive, right? If you click on any particular category, region, area, automatically it picks up that particular information and gives you where what is happening, right? So here, if you see social distancing in chemistry lab, it was more, right? Then in the performing arts, Oh, I have to admit. Okay. So then eventually this gives them a clear-cut information where what's happening, right? And even if they want to deep dive to each camera level, right? If this camera is detecting what all, right? So any such thing happens, it pulls out the information, and one of the customer can see by region, by area, by segment, right? All this information, where are they getting from, right? Because when you saw the configuration tool, you had an option of adding, Akshay camera, floor number, everything. This information will be already integrated into that configuration tool. Automatically, that detects anything, it fetches and it will display on the screen, right? So therefore, we know the location as per the camera location and the incident and the time based on the information we get. And the third one is more of a predictive. This is a very interesting part, right? It starts predicting what is happening and what could happen, right, based on the last few weeks events. Now if the particular campus is not taking care, then it will start telling them that, okay, you know what, you might see more of the social violation in these areas in coming weeks, right? These are the kind of incidents that can increase over a period of time. Now how do you ensure, take care of it? So you can, by June 2nd to June 3rd, what is increasing, right? So now anyone seeing this, immediately they'll come to know, okay, I need to, my all my patterns, if I was not able to contain it well, it is only going to increase. So let me put efforts on these places and these locations immediately, right? It's already giving them enough insights to take action on it, right? Every situation, again, here also you'll have by region, because this is very useful for large corporates where there are multiple branches, or a large sites where there are thousands of cameras or hundreds of cameras, where they can get all this information in one single place. And it also gives them a complete prediction of what is happening, right? And lastly, it also gives you information to prove that, okay, this the person was doing. It's just a example I'm showcasing here. It gives an image also. All the alerts what I just showed you before, that also comes as an image in this place to know what has happened there, right? So some might say that, no, I was wearing mask, right? People might come back and say this is not done. But when you get all this information in front of you, you better have a good information to judge and take actions on it accordingly, right? Now also, this is another important point, is this also generates a report. Like you can generate a weekly report, hourly report, or a based on customer requirement. If it is every minute, every hour, whatever it is, we can generate reports and send to the customer. Again, this is all in their control. It can be generated automatically, or they can generate on demand when they want. I think this is it. But Ram, you want to add anything here? Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Rakesh. Basically, I just want to put it in this way. The dashboards, don't look at these dashboards as a just a monitoring system. Somebody need to keep watching the screens and take an action. So that always there in the general conventional CCTV monitoring systems. But what we are seeing that even though a human is not watching any of this incident, we are bringing the precise information and accurate and within with the time frame within the second. It's all available in the dashboard. And moreover that over a period of time, these incident, how it is happening, what is the trend happening, what are the actions taken, that is what the important thing for the management to contain these incidents, or the prevent the spread of the COVID situations. So that is important. The analysis of the incident which is happening, which is monitored by the camera, identified by the artificial intelligence logics, which is depicted here in a predictive manner. So this will definitely help the organization's management to take preventive actions. So that is what all about the dashboards what we are bringing in. So live monitoring still can help on a very critical incident like some fire happened, theft happened. Those things are really required the immediate alert. But especially in this COVID situation, the immediate alert you will be keep getting in every second or every minute. So that may not be a right way of alerting the management or the action people, but look at the problem and contain which area in your organization, what section in your organization, which part of the country have the more problem. These are the things which we are bringing in these dashboards. And these things is configurable according to each different organizations or company, whether it's a plant or it's a store or it's a any other industry. So based on that, we can configure these parameters.
Yeah, especially like schools where I think I don't know. I mean, at least in Bangalore, in my city, they are very much against on opening schools for some time. But in UK, they are already planning to open in June. France, they opened up again. But I think even schools might be very interesting to see at it because they might be very closely watching this kind of solution. I would say that schools and colleges can be a good place to talk about this solution. Yeah, so this was the I think solution from our side. If you have questions, then we can discuss on that.
Yeah, so we'll keep it open for questions. Anybody has any questions, any clarity required? Putin and
Okay, I have a small query. Now, there were three solutions that were shown. The third one, second one was with COVID, and the third one was with COVID and thermal screening. So for thermal screening, do we have to install some hardware at the client's site, or
thermal camera needs to be installed.
okay, it's just that one thermal camera at the entry point needs to be installed, or then multiple cameras have to be installed?
So here, I think, sorry, who was asking the question? Rahul, see, that is a very good question, actually. I'll tell you, even when we are talking to customers, their understanding is that, okay, if I install one thermal camera, a job is over. The COVID-19 thing is over, right? There are two things here. One is that installing thermal cameras in the entry will not completely help them. At least they should have one or two random cameras inside the campus also. Okay, like primary places, like if it is a large campus, maybe the cafeteria, like places where they get together, where they come together. It has to be in bit random places, I would say, at least 2 to 3 cameras. And if it is a school, again for the campus, in the libraries, in the sports rooms, etc. Reason is the entry point doesn't guarantee that okay, person will not get fever for the whole day, right? And only when he comes out, he gets a fever, right? That's not going to happen. So that has to be given some understanding to the customer. Second, they also think that, okay, I've installed thermal camera, so I'm done. I don't want anything else. That is again wrong, because as we clearly understand scientifically, this can spread even if I remove the mask, even if I talk. Sneezing and coughing is one more thing. That's the first analysis. But second analysis was even we cannot go closer to the person who got COVID-19. Now in that instances, this face mask and social distancing becomes particularly important. We need to, educate them on that.
Right. Now, outdoor versus indoor, does it impact if, say, when we talk about schools and colleges, obviously a lot of cameras are on the outdoors where there's sun. So if I install a thermal camera there, will it have the same impact as on indoors?
See, thermal cameras has a different kind of impacts.
Let me pitch in here. I think, see, the Rahul.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Rahul, this is Nishant. See, whatever thermal cameras are coming, they are coming with the distance range. Okay, 1 meter range, 2 meter range, or some camera maybe far range. So those things is that what they do actually in the they see the images, and they record the temperature of each pixel. Okay, so in case your camera range is only whatever thermal camera, we have a range of 1 and 2 meter, which is generally claimed. So on that, in that proximity, somebody has to come. Then only it will detect that level of temperature. And what as an AI system, what we do, we put a check that okay, this particular if it is coming in the higher temperature range, this coming to the this is the phase of this higher temperature, and that particular phase we are going to send to the dashboard, so that in the real time you can see these are the people phase who has detected with the high temperature on the dashboard level, where you can see last day also how many people came with the high temperature range, or today also last hourly report, daily wise report. Also we can see based on the violation on the dashboard, you can see what is the next 3 month prediction on those area, because there are a lot of violation is happening. So this is how we done. Means if you are asking that it will detect in the common range, so it all depends upon how what is the thermal camera range to detect the temperature of that person. Is that your question or Rahul?
Nishant, there is another question in the chat from Ohana. If we say, if we have a thermal camera, do we require to have the thermal meter too?
Hello, like can you come again?
If we have a thermal camera, do we require to have a thermal meter too?
No, no, no. Thermal meter, because see what thermal camera, that's why I'm telling that thermal camera has a thermal sensor in it, and it records the temperature of each pixel in the frame what it is seeing. So in that case, imagine there is a 10 people in the frame what camera is seeing. It generally it doesn't have an intelligence. It just what it does, it every pixel it says okay, this is the temperature range. As a AI system, like what we do, we detect that this particular what wherever uh, the pixel range is higher on the higher temperature range, we detect okay which is the face of this person, and those face we detect it and we send it to the across. So we don't need a thermal another device. Thermal camera itself is a it will work to detect the temperature.
Nishant, one more question. Now you say if this thermal camera is there, for example, in that camera you have nearly like 4 to 5 people. So will it give 4 to 5 people's range and the reading, or it will be only one particular person?
Yes, yes. So if see thermal, what's your good name?
My name is Ohana.
So Ohana, actually the camera, thermal camera. Okay, if it is if that camera thermal camera is seeing 10 people in the frame. Okay, so what it does, you know, that each pixel of the he doesn't know, the thermal camera doesn't know that how many people are there. What it does across the frame, it sees that how many pixels are going beyond range. Like there is a 38 degrees C to 39.6 degrees C. You can set the high temperature range, and it sees that. So it will tell in my system, it will tell okay Nishant, this is the in my solution, AI solution, it will tell that okay these are the pixel is coming with the high range, and as a system we what we can do, we can detect okay this pixel belong to what face is, and that particular face maybe 10 or 5 or 20 also, that's not a challenge, but camera should see those faces. And the camera how the other thing what I said, if there those people are coming under the range of 2 meter, what thermal camera supports, those if in the 2 meter range, it will give you how the sensor will give you highly accuracy on the temperature side. So 5 or 6 people, no matter, actually it will detect it, all the 6 people.
All right, thank you.
Does that answer your question? Oh, huh?
Yes, yes, absolutely, Nishant. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions, guys?
If I have to take this further, I mean, if I have to portray this to
Speed of
my boss,
installation, say,
Yeah, Rahul, go on.
yeah, speed of installation. How much time does it take for the entire installation process? Provided the port is given and a static IP and link is given.
So it is going, Rahul, it is going to be very quick, because we just need to, based on the customer requirement, whether they have a 2 camera or 10 camera, we have profiled the hardware on the cloud. We are now, we can just quickly put our solution, Docker based container solution on the cloud. And if your your things are configured, your static IP and port is forwarded. So you just need to call that link in the cloud and it will start running it, and you will start getting the alerts on your dashboard, WhatsApp and call. This thing is maybe you can say that in 24 hours it can be done.
And what is the minimum installation size? You can do-
Rahul, your voice, I did not,
Breaking.
Yeah,
I
Rahul,
did
your
not
voice
get
is
your.
breaking. Ohana, in meanwhile, you had a question. Can
I'll
you
write.
please?
I'll write in the chat window. I'll write in the chat window.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I had a question that if I have to go ahead and sell this in my office, and if we really, I mean, I really like what all is this, then how will we get in touch with you, or how can we take this further?
I think Lake should be answering this. Lake.
Yeah. So
So
you
like,
Ohana, you can get in touch. I'm leaving my number, so you can just get in touch with me, and
Okay,
any other details you want, uh, we can provide it to you.
okay, like I'll just note your number down.
Yeah, Rahul. I think this is what Rahul. Okay, so okay, let's take one question. So there is a Rahul.
Rahul's question has not come in.
Yeah.
No. He said it's a minimum installation size and example of small company with the 10 cameras.
Minimum installation size can be 2 camera also, Rahul. From 2 camera, starting 2 camera.
Anything upwards of
Great.
2 cameras can be done, Rahul. So, and the charges are dependent on the number of cameras also.
And how expensive is this thing? Ballpark figure. As in,
Sorry?
hello.
Yeah, Rahul.
How expensive is this thing? The entire project?
yeah,
There
I
is a
think
monthly subscription.
like has the commercial
Monthly
details.
subscription, Rahul, it's monthly subscription, and it is depending on the number of cameras what you're going to use. And
Yeah.
Number of camera and number, what feature you are looking for. We have packaged our solution.
so
Right.
the charges are will depend on which all features you use and the number of cameras. The lowest charge is what we started to somewhere around 3,000 for 2 cameras. But depending
Okay.
on what all features you need, it needs to be understood, and then the rate needs to be given.
Okay. So this is pocket friendly. It's not that expensive per se.
It is, and since it is a SaaS model, when you're doing it on cloud, it's easily doable by any company for that particular matter, because just locking in for a period of 3 months and trying out, so it's very easy for anybody to be onboarded on.
Yeah. So there is no
Great, thanks, sir.
upfront hardware cost or something. So you can quickly go on cloud actually on the monthly subscription.
And even cloud and all that, what we're using is the most secured platform, so there's nothing really to worry. If somebody is very peculiar about that, they want it on site and stuff like that, then there will be additional costs and stuff like that in terms of server and whatever other aspects which is there. But if they're thinking of doing this on cloud, then it's very easy to implement. Within 24 hours, we can take.
Right. 24 hour, I am taking very conservative figure, but it can be much faster also. 24 hour is a max.
Thanks, sir. All my questions are solved. Amazing product. I wish everybody a lot of success. And I'll circulate this in my contacts, and I'll see. Also, I'll think of my own company also. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks a lot. I think there is any other questions, feel free to get back to me or anybody else whom you know within this network. And we are more than happy to clarify any aspects.
Thank you for everything, like, thank you, Nishant. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, everyone.
Like.